Q&A live stream 22. You guys know how these live streams go by now. So basically, it's a question and answers. You ask me questions and I answer your questions. This is the 22nd official Q&A live stream I've done on my YouTube channel, though I've probably done more like 26 or 27 on my channel. So yeah, that's what I'm. Hi, Pro Ninja. How you doing today? I hope you're doing good, Pro Ninja. Can you see me all right? Is there no technical difficulties like last week? Hopefully there isn't any technical difficulties like last week. That would be quite unfortunate. Pro Ninja 123, I can see you. Okay, cool. If you guys wondering what I'm drinking chocolate milk. I don't have any soda or pop in the house at this moment, so I'm gonna have to go to the store later and get more pop/soda. But yeah, this is Q&A live stream 22. You guys can ask me any questions as long as they're appropriate. I should maybe go over the rules of the stream here. No, nothing that's gonna get me into trouble with YouTube. No controversial questions, no political questions, and no haters and no trolls, please. So, as long as you guys follow those rules, you guys can ask me as many questions as you want. So, like I always say, the more questions you ask me, the longer this live stream will go for. The longer this live stream will go for, the more questions that will be answered. Pro Ninja 123. Oh, nice. I love hot chocolate, but I'm allergic to chocolate. Well, I'm not drinking hot chocolate. I'm drinking chocolate milk. I'm drinking chocolate milk. Typically, I would be drinking a soda or a pop, but I don't have any soda or pop in the house at this moment, so I have to go. I'm gonna have to go to the store later and buy some more pop. I gotta buy more pop and more soda later. Uh, Sid Hearth Mistra, where are you from? I live in Jamestown, New York, which is 2 hours away from Buffalo, New York, and 45 minutes away from Erie, Pennsylvania. People do ask me this question a lot. Do you live near New York City? No, I do not live near New York City. I do not live near New York City. I live all the way across the state from New York City. I live in the western part of the state that borders Pennsylvania and Ohio. So I can easily get to Pennsylvania and Ohio. Yeah, so easily can get to Pennsylvania and Ohio. Sid Hearth Mistra. I am from India. You know India, bro? Yes, I know of the country India, yes. I know of the country India. I know about India. Never been to India. Um, I don't have any plans on traveling to India, but yes, I've heard about India. Of course I have. So if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask, because like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer the stream will go for. The longer the stream you go for, the more questions that can be asked. Also, like I always say, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you guys. I get to know you guys better, and you guys to get to know me better. BD, how you doing, my boy? I'm doing good, BD. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. If you guys have not checked out the live stream I did yesterday, yes, I did a live stream yesterday. What a crazy coincidence that I did a live stream yesterday. Uh, it's crazy because I don't do live streams on Wednesdays, but I just got the idea in my head to do a live stream on Wednesday because I was bored and I had nothing to do. And instead of playing video games and watching YouTube like I normally do, I decided to say, you know what? I want to talk to my subscribers. I want to talk to my viewers. I want to talk to my commenters. I want to talk to everybody. So I just did a chill live stream yesterday. It's a chill live stream, but today we're doing a Q&A, questions and answers. You guys can ask me as many questions as you want, as long as it's appropriate for YouTube. And if there is no controversial questions and no political questions, and basically. Also, I would really like to thank you guys for 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. I really appreciate that, guys. So, thank you to everybody who got me to 1,500 subscribers on YouTube yesterday. That was definitely appreciated. Like I've said this before in my videos, and I've said this in live streams before. When I got onto YouTube, I never thought that I was even gonna get to 10 subscribers, let alone 1,500 on YouTube. So it's all thanks to you guys, and I would like to thank all of you for getting me to 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. I definitely appreciate that, guys. So thank you. Muslim Bogag. I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Hello, brother. Hello. How you doing? I hope you're doing good so for today. Muslim, if you have any questions for me, please ask. Like I said, this is my Q&A stream, so you can ask me as many questions as you want. Like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer the stream will go for. The longer the stream go for, the more questions will be answered. ADX1357. Where are you from? I've already said this in the live stream already, but I'll say it again. I am from Jamestown, New York. I'm from Jamestown, New York. I live 2 hours away from Buffalo, New York, and 45 minutes away from Erie, Pennsylvania. Another question I do get questioned about a lot is, do I live near New York City? No, I do not live near New York City. New York City is all the way across the state from where I live. I live in the western part of New York that borders Pennsylvania and Ohio, so I can go to Pennsylvania or Ohio whenever I want. And so yeah, I live in western New York, Jamestown, New York. 2 hours away from Buffalo, 45 minutes away from Erie. So yeah. Uh, Pro Ninja 123. World Cup has been being. What about the World Cup, Pro Ninja? Uh, I know that the World Cup is taking place in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The two biggest places the World Cup is being held in the United States is New York City and Philadelphia. There's a couple other states that are holding the World Cup in the United States because the United States is hosting the World Cup, but it's also going to be in Canada and Mexico as well. So, yeah, but I'm not really too sure what you're referring to, Pro Ninja 123. Muslim. Salam. I'm from Aka, brother. Okay, cool, Muslim. That's cool. Uh, happy, uh, happy salam to you. Happy salam to you and, Aka, brother. Let's see. Big Chen, man, why you skip my question? Probably because I didn't see your question. This is the first time you have commented on my stream, Big Chen, man. Why you skip my question? Probably because I didn't see your question. Also, this is the first time that you have commented on my stream, so that might be another reason I didn't answer your question. So, if you would like to repeat your question, I will answer your question because I didn't see it and YouTube probably blocked it. Sid Harth Mishra, what do you know about India? What do I know about India? Let's see what. Let's see. What's what? Okay, so what do I know about India? India gained its independence from the UK in the late 1940s, early 1950s. I know that India has some bad sections of the country, but I know India has some really good and beautiful. They do have some really beautiful parts of the country. Yeah, so that's what I know about India. I could go like I'm not as good with world history as I am like just like I'm better with like general knowledge history than world history. I like general I like general history more than world history. So if you guys have any history questions, you can ask me history questions because I know about general history more than world history. But yeah, if you have any history questions, please ask. Pro Ninja 123. What's your favorite team in the World Cup? My favorite team in the World Cup is the United States, obviously, because I am an American citizen. I'm from the United States, and I lived in the United States my whole life. So, the United States as a team for men's and women's, and also USA because they are hosting the World Cup. But I'm not going to lie, there are better teams than the United States in the World Cup. Like Mexico is good, Spain is good, Portugal's good, Argentina's good. Um, who else? Paraguay is good. Actually, really, any team from South America is probably better than the United States in terms of men's soccer or football as they call it. Um, Maybe even I mean the women's soccer team is typically better than the men's soccer team or football team because we got a lot of better women players than men players, but you know, the United States, any team from South America, um, so yeah, there are definitely a few good teams other than the United States, but because I live in the United States and because the United States is hosting the World Cup, I would go with the United States. Janessa, Joey, opinions on Talia al Ghul from Batman. Um, what are my thoughts on Talia al Ghul from Batman? I you know, I think Talia al Ghul is a really good Batman character. She is a really great female villain. I mean, she's a great female villain, though she ain't the most popular one, though. She's not as popular as Catwoman or Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy or any of those types of characters, but yeah, Talia al Ghul is a great villain, and I kind of like the female villains more than the male villains. I don't know. I guess that's just kind of my preference, but I kind of like the female villains more than the male villains. But yeah, Talia al Ghul is a really good villain. Janessa, Janessa, also, dang, your hair is growing back. Yes, of course my hair is growing back, Janessa. My hair grows back quick. It grows back really quick. That's why once every couple months I gotta get a haircut from my mom because it grows back quick. So I have to cut it quick. Siddharth Mestra. Kashmir is a very beautiful place, and the people call Kashmir heaven on earth. Yes, uh, yeah, I've heard of Kashmir. Kashmir is a really good, really cool, beautiful, great place in India. I've heard of Kashmir. My cousin Amanda and her husband John have commented, "Hey Joey, hi guys, how you doing today?" Um, I know you guys are probably working today, so you guys are probably not going to stay on my stream for too long, but thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Pritchard's one fan. Why grow it out? Why grow it out? Because I like my hair. I like my hair. Um, I like my hair. I think I have great hair. I'm not gonna say I have the greatest hair in the world, but I like my hair, and I do like growing it out. But after a while, my hair has to be cut because it becomes too long, and then it becomes harder to cut. So once every like 3 to 4 months, it has to be cut. Also, my mom cuts my hair, and I've explained this in other streams, but the reason why my mom cuts my hair is because my mom wants me to be saving my money, and she doesn't really want me to go to a real barber. She just wants to cut it herself. And I've said this on stream before. I think my mom is a great barber. I think she should be, she should get she should start a business as a barber or even at least start a restaurant as a cook because she's a really good cook as well. Though I'm kind of biased saying that because it is my mom, but she's really good cook. She should start a restaurant or a barber shop. Also, if you guys wondering what I'm drinking chocolate milk. I don't have any I don't have any pop or soda in the house at this moment, so later today after this stream, I gotta go to the store and get some. Pritchard's one fan. God bless you. Pritchard's one fan. God bless you. And the mama sounds like a great gal. She is. I love my mom. She gives me great haircuts and she cooks great food. My cousin Amanda and her husband John. My mom's food. Her food is fire. I agree. Her food is fired. Fire. I almost said fired. My mom's food is fired. No, my mom's food is fire. Fire. Fire and fired. If you think about it, fire and fired almost sound alike, kind of, because there's fire in both. But anyway, yeah, my mom's food is fire. Um, so, do you guys have any more questions for me? Like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream goes for, the more questions could be asked. So, I mean, if you guys have more questions, please keep asking, because, like I said, this stream is not for me; it's for you guys. So, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream will go for, the more questions will be asked. So, this is not for me; it's for you guys. So I can get to know you guys better, and you can get to know me better, and like I said earlier, I would like to also thank everybody for getting me to 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. That's a great accomplishment. I'm hoping to try to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So, thank you to everyone who got me to 1,500 subscribers yesterday. That's definitely appreciated, and I would like I would like to thank you all for that. That was definitely appreciated, and I'm hoping to try to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Elevated vlogs. Congrats, Joey. You hit that way faster than us. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. I mean, I hit 1,500 subscribers faster than my cousin Amanda and her husband John. That's crazy because I've been on YouTube for about 7 years, and it took me 7 years to get to 1,000. Well, it took me just 7 years in general to get to 1,000. I'm surprised it took me 7 years to get to 1,500, but I mean that's not how YouTube works. You got to work your way to the top. So I'm very thankful to all the people that have subscribed and got me to 1,500 subscribers. I will always be thankful for that. Pritchard's one fan. You think Darby's gonna get the strap back? Also, you watching the UFC White House this weekend? Big fights. Do I think Darby Allin is gonna win back the AEW World Heavyweight Championship from MJF? No, not particularly. Because MJF just won it. I don't think MJF is going to just drop it back to Darby Allin. I just don't think that's going to happen. So, no, I do not think that Darby is going to win back the scrap. I don't think Darby Allin is going to win back the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, but I do think MJF is going to be holding it for a little bit longer. Also, are you watching the UFC White House this weekend? Big fights. I don't have any plans on watching the UFC fights this weekend. I know that they're taking place at the White House and they're taking place at the White House lawn, but I heard there are some big names on that fight, like Sean O'Malley, Sean O'Malley, and a couple other people. I can't remember all the people, but typically, I don't really watch UFC. I like playing the UFC video game more, which I have done a couple of gaming live streams of UFC 5 on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to if you would like to check out me playing UFC 5 on my YouTube channel via gaming live stream, go check out those live streams. They were pretty cool. Pro Ninja 123, bro. I almost finished school. There's only 3 tests. I did 6 tests, but I did great. Well, that's great to hear, Pro Ninja 123. I'm happy that you did great on your test, and I'm very excited for you. Uh, Elevated vlogs. We didn't start taking YouTube seriously until a few years ago. So yeah, you're killing it, bud. Man, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy that I got my 1,500 subscribers faster than my cousin Amanda and her husband John. But then again, my cousin Amanda and her husband John have way more subscribers than me. They got like 11.4k thousand subscribers. And that's just my cousin Amanda and her husband John that have the subscribers, not me. I only got 1,500. But maybe someday I'll get to 11.4. Hopefully I can get there soon. Um so so yeah, guys, do you guys have any more questions for me? Like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream will go for, the more questions that will be asked. Also, you guys can ask me any question other than it being controversial or political related. I'm not going to answer your question, but you guys can ask me any questions. You guys can ask me multiple questions. You could also think about what type of questions you would like to ask me before asking question, because you might not have a question right now, but you might have a question later. So think about it. Pro Ninja 123. Thank you, bro. You're welcome, Pro Ninja. You're very welcome. Also, if you're wondering what's going on outside, um, it's raining outside right now. So we don't have the best weather where I live right now. It's currently raining outside. Rainy. A perfect day for a live stream. Raining outside. Perfect day. I heard it's supposed to thunder too, so you guys might hear the thunder in the live stream. Pritchard's one fan. Dream wrestling matchup for any organization. Mine would be Swerve Strickland versus Trick Williams. My dream match. Well, this is something that I haven't really thought about before. I Pro Ninja 123. I love raining. Yeah, that's what it's currently doing here. It's currently raining outside where I live, and we're supposed to get thunder too. But anyway, back to Pritchard's one fan's question. I've never really thought about that. I've never thought about a dream match for wrestling, and you're probably thinking I'm crazy that I've never thought about it, but I really haven't. Typically, I stay focused on the moment at hand, what's currently going on in the industry, and what's currently happening with WWE and AEW. But if I had to go a dream match, hmm, hmm. Well, I would figure I would have to pick one person from WWE and one person from AEW. Um, I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about this one. Um, oh, I can think of one already. I think a really great match would be MJF versus The Miz. I think that would be a great match. In terms of the story that they could tell, in terms of their microphone skills, I think MJF and The Miz, or The Miz versus MJF, whatever. I think MJF versus The Miz would be a great dream match for me. Now that's probably not my only dream match. I probably have several more that I could think of, but that's what I'm thinking about right now is MJF. Yeah, MJF. So MJF versus The Miz. That answers your question, Pritchard's Man 1. Vix on GTAG. Why do you have a bald spot on the side of your head? Why do I have a bald spot on the side of my head? I have no idea. Uh, so I'm gonna, you know what? Because we're here, because I'm doing a Q&A, and because I'm doing a live stream, I will explain the bald spot on the side of my head. Why do I have this bald spot on the side of my head? I have no idea. I really don't. Uh, See, my brother has the same thing as me. He has a bald spot on the side of his head too. My brother couldn't figure it out, and I can't figure out. Even my family can't figure out why me and my brother have this bald spot on my side of my head. I was talking to my mother about it one day, or my mom one day. My mother, my mom one day. I was like, do you think it's some type of like, do you think it's some type of, you know, I was talking to my mom slash my mother about it. I was like, do you think it's some type of genetic thing that I inherited from somebody within my family? Because people just don't randomly get a random bald spot on the side of their head. And it's not like I'm going bald either. I mean, yes, I did get a haircut. I mean, yes, I did get a haircut recently, and I do have a full set of hair, so it's not like I'm going bald, but my brother, he has a bald spot on the side of the head like me. My mother can't figure it out. My family can't figure it out. My brother can't figure it out, and my brother can't figure it out. So that's why I have the bald spot on my side of my head. I swear I'm not going bald. It's just me and my brother just have this random bald spot on the side of our heads. We can't figure it out. So, Vix on GTAG. Hopefully that answered your questions, and I hope you like the full explanation. Pro Ninja 123, bro, when you take a nap, you will hear a raining sound. It's just relaxing. Yes, sleeping while it's raining or taking a nap during it's raining is relaxing. Basically, uh, basically, um, basically, yeah, basically, raining and taking a nap or sleeping while it's raining is relaxing. That's actually called ASMR. Rain is actually one of the ASMR sounds. Pro Ninja 123. Pritchard's one fan. You should tattoo a little smiley face in the middle of it. Haha. Yeah, that's a funny joke, but I'm not gonna do that. Vix on GTAG. I thought the barber messed it up. No, the barber didn't mess it up, which my barber is my mom. As I explained in previous streams, and I have explained in this stream, my mom cuts my hair. My mom cuts my hair. My mom cuts my hair because she doesn't want me to go to a real barber because she wants me to save my money and she wants me to get a haircut from her. And I'm not going to lie, my mom is a really good barber. I think she should become a barber. She does a great job with my haircuts, and she also is a really good cook as well. She really should start a restaurant. Her food is fire, but my brother and me, we can't explain why we get this bald spot on the side of our head. We don't know why we got it. I figure that me and my brother get this bald spot in the side of our head. Uh, you know, you know, uh, you know, I'm guessing the reason me and my brother get this bald spot on the side of our head is it's because of some genetic family thing, but I don't really know. So hopefully that answers your question, Vix, on GTAG. Pritchard's one fan. You watching the NBA Finals? No, I'm not watching the NBA Finals because my team didn't make it. The Minnesota Timberwolves didn't make it. They lost to the Spurs, who are currently playing the New York Knicks in the finals. And I'm guessing, what is it, like 3-1, 3-2, something like that. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. I honestly I could really care less who wins the NBA Finals. If the New York Knicks win, great. That means that my brother's favorite basketball team wins. Yes, my brother, his favorite basketball team is the New York Knicks. I bet he also likes the Brooklyn Nets as well. Brooklyn Nets as well. But yeah, that's my brother's favorite team. But I could care less if either the New York Knicks or the San Antonio Spurs. I don't really care. The Minnesota Timberwolves didn't make it, and there is no Pittsburgh NBA team, so I could really care less who wins. Pritchard's one fan. I wish I had a mom to cut my hair. Rip. I'm sorry to hear that, Pritchard one fan. I send my condolences to you. I'm sorry for your loss. It must be hard to lose your mother. I've said this on my stream before. I've said this on my live streams before, and I've said it in my videos. I lost my real dad at the age of 13 in 2017 due to COPD. So my real dad died in 2017 of COPD. I was only 13 years old at the time, so I know what it's like to lose an immediate family member because my real dad passed away. Um, so yeah, but yeah, I get it. Dix on GTAG. Sorry for your loss. Pritchard's one fans. Knicks had a 29-point comeback last night, biggest comeback in finals history. Well, good for the New York Knicks. I don't know how many games are left, or I know the New York Knicks are leading, but I knew the New York Knicks are leading the series, but I don't know how many they're ahead. Like I said, I really could care less who's going to win and who isn't going to win it because I'm not a fan of either team, and I honestly could really care less who wins, but I know that the New York Knicks are my brother's team, and my brother Josh is rooting for the New York Knicks, so his team is more than likely going to win. Uh, Vix on GTAG. Also, sorry for your loss, JOWTTD, on the side of your head. Well, I don't know what causes this bald spot on my side of my head. I'm thinking it's just some type of genetic issue that I've inherited from one of my family members. I don't know who, so I'm not really too worried about it. And my hair is going to grow back really quickly, so it won't be an issue. Pritchard's one fan. Knicks up 3-1. Only need four to win. Yeah, I know how the NBA playoffs works. I just didn't know how many they were ahead. But it looks like to me that the New York Knicks are probably gonna win anyway, unless if the San Antonio. Well, unless if the San Antonio Spurs make some type of miracle comeback, I think the New York Knicks are gonna become the NBA champions. Vix on GTAG. I want to see what your brother looks like. Well, unfortunately, I can't show you what my brother looks like on stream, because my brother is not here. My brother does not live with me. He lives in Brooklyn, New York, which is all the way on the other side of the state from where I live. If you were paying attention to the live stream earlier, people were asking me where I'm from. I live in Jamestown, New York, which is in Western New York. People also ask me this other question: do I live near New York City? No, I do not live near New York City. New York City is all the way across the state from where I'm from. I live in Western New York, Jamestown, New York, 2 hours away from Buffalo and 45 minutes away from Erie, Pennsylvania, and I live closer to the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio. So um, no, I can't show you my brother because my brother is not here with me. And so, yeah, unfortunately, I can't show you what my brother looks like right now. But my brother has popped in the live streams before, so maybe you might talk to him someday. Who knows? But yeah, unfortunately, Vic's on GTAG. I can't show you what my brother looks like right now. All right, guys. So, do you guys have any more questions for me? Like I said before, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream will go for, the more questions will be answered. So, if you guys have more questions, please ask because, like I said, the longer this stream will go for, the more questions will be asked. Also, you can ask me multiple questions. It just doesn't have to only be one question you can also answer. ask me one more questions. More questions. Also, like, what else do I want to say? Um, yeah, you also could have a question. You're thinking of a question. If you're thinking of a question, you can ask me later. So if you guys have more questions, please ask me more questions. That would definitely be appreciated. We currently got 0 people in the stream right now, which is crazy. Which is crazy. I've only done this stream for 40 minutes. Ew, man. Currently, we got 0 people in the stream. Cool. I haven't seen Alvy yet. Alvy hasn't joined today. Maybe Alvy will join in a little bit. All right, guys. Well, like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream will go for, the more questions will be asked. So if you guys have more questions, please ask. The more questions that will be asked. There is Alvy. Hello, Alvy. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, Alvy? I hope you're having a good day so far, Alvy. I hope you're having a good day so far, Alvy. So hi, how you doing? Hi, Alvy. Up there is the thunder. There's the thunder. Alvy, good. You? I'm good, Alvy. How about you? I hope that you're doing. I hope that you're. You know, I hope that you're. I hope that you're doing good, Alvy. Because I know I'm definitely doing good. So yeah, I hope hopefully you're doing good, Alvy, because I'm doing good. You know, you know. Alvy, we had a lot of storms yesterday. Yeah, it's well, we got a couple of rainstorms yesterday. We had a couple of rainstorms yesterday. It was thundering a little bit last night. Now we're getting some more rainstorms today and a couple more thunderstorms today. So I get what you're saying, Albie. We definitely have had rain and thunderstorms as well where I live. But I hope you're doing good, Albie. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A stream. And as always, Albie, if you have any questions for me, please ask. Mike Skate 94, have a great stream, mate. Well, thank you, Mike Skate 94. I hope you have some questions for me, Mike Skate 94. This is a Q&A stream, so if you have questions, please ask. That would definitely be appreciated. Also, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on all the notifications for all my videos. That would definitely also be appreciated. So please ask me some questions, Mike Skate 94, and also please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Turn on all the notifications for all my videos, and please don't forget to come back to my Q&A, gaming, and comic book live streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. If you can do that for me, Mike Skate 94, that would be great. That would be great. Alvy, what does a moderator? Alvi, what does the moderator do? What does a moderator do? A moderator, basically, the moderator takes control of the chat and makes sure everybody stays in line and doesn't say weird stuff or stuff stuff that's gonna get me in trouble with YouTube or just people saying nasty stuff in general. That's what a moderator does. So what you can do, Alvi, is you can pin somebody's comment, you can report somebody, you can remove somebody, you can take a look at the person's channel activity, you can add somebody as moderator, you can put somebody in timeout, and you can hide the user from my YouTube channel. So that's what you can do as a moderator, Alvi. Um, Alvi, but Alvi, you're not a moderator. I would have to make you a moderator. I would have to make you a moderator for you to be a moderator. So, yeah, that's how a moderator works. Janessa, besides comic, do you plan on doing anything else Batman slash superhero related? Not that I know of. I could I could I could do some other Batman slash superhero stuff, but at this moment, what other superhero slash Batman stuff I'm going to be doing after, I have no idea. So I guess you're just gonna have to. I guess you're just gonna have to keep watching my YouTube channel to find out, Janessa. We shall see. LV, oh, thanks for telling me. You're welcome. Janessa got it. Alvi, I don't want to be annoying, but can I be a moderator? It's fine if you say no. Well, the thing about being moderator, Alvi, is that if you're going to be a moderator, Alvi, you're going to have to be in every single one of my live streams, Alvi, if you're gonna be a moderator. So when my live stream starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you gotta be in here right when I start. You gotta be in my live stream for the whole stream. That's how a moderator works. Do you think that you're up to do you think that you're up for the opportunity to be in my moderator, to be in every single one of my streams? Every single one of my streams at the time that I start till the end that I finish. Also, you gotta be vigilant, you gotta be aware, because there's a lot of people that are haters and that are trolls. They're gonna try to make me say stuff on my stream to get me canceled. There's going to be weird people in here, and there's gonna also be haters and trolls. So yeah. Uh, Alvi, yes, I think I can do that. Well, if you think you can be my moderator, Alvi, then I'll make you my moderator. Uh, Janessa, Joey, have you thought about streaming on TikTok? Just curious. I haven't thought about streaming on TikTok. I have a bigger platform on YouTube than I do TikTok. Like, I am on TikTok, and I do make well, not videos, but I do make shorts on TikToks sometimes. I will make you moderator right now, Alvi. Okay, Alvi. You're welcome, Alvi. You're now a moderator. You're now a moderator, Albie. You're now not. You're now a moderator, Albie. I don't really just make anybody moderators. Joey, have you ever thought about streaming on TikTok? Just curious. Oh yeah. So back to that. Like I said, I am on TikTok, and I do make shorts on TikTok, but I don't have a big enough following on TikTok than I do on YouTube. I have a bigger following on YouTube than I do on TikTok. I make I would say I would make a TikTok short once a year. I make I make I make I make shorts once a year on TikTok. So, do I have plans on streaming on TikTok? Probably not. Could I stream on TikTok? Yes, but I don't have any plans at this moment. So that answers your question, Janessa. Uh, LV, will you make me it? LV, you're welcome. LV, so do you stream on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday? Yes, LV, I stream Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be, I believe, 7 p.m. in the UK for you. Same thing on Thursday and Friday. So 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. So that would be I believe, 7 p.m. for you, Alvy. Love and Life. Hey, you know Jesus. Yes, I do, Jesus. I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yes, I do know who Jesus is, and I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But we're not gonna make this a religion or a religious live stream. We're just gonna keep it to the questions and the answers. So, Alvi, what is your favorite movie? What is my favorite movie? My My favorite movie, Alvi, is Child's Play 1988. So yeah, my favorite movie is Child's Play 1988. That would be the OG Child's Play that came out in 1988. OG Child's Play. But I also like Nightmare on Elm Street. Um. Uh. 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 Yeah. So yeah, my favorite is Child's Play 1988. But yeah, I also like Nightmare on Elm Street 1984 as well. That's another great movie. Uh Love and Life. Wow. Love and Life. I love the bold. Love and Life, to refuse to talk about this. I'm not refusing to talk about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm just not a very religious person. I'm not a religious person. I don't go to church. I don't read the Bible. And when I did read the Bible, I did read a little bit of it, but I haven't read the whole thing. Also, who says that I'm refusing to talk about my Savior if I'm trying to keep it private? I can't have a private relationship with Jesus. Like, I don't think anywhere in the Bible says that you have to publicly have a public relationship with your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I don't think that says that in the Bible that you have to have a public relationship with Him. I think you can privately have a private relationship with Him too. Um, uh, Alvi, I like any Star Wars movie. Yeah, the Star Wars movies are cool, Alvi. Yeah. Yeah, the Star Wars movies are cool, Alvi. I like Star Wars. I haven't seen the Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu meal yet. Yeah, so I haven't watched the I haven't seen the Star Wars or Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu Grogu movie yet, but I plan on watching it soon. Love and life, but I believe in God will work in your life. I do believe in God, and I do believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I just have a private relationship with Him, not a public one. I would like to keep it private and not talk about it on stream with a bunch of other people watching. Love and life. I'm praying for you. I'm also praying for you, love and life. But like I said, I don't think it says anywhere in the Bible that I have to have a public relationship with Jesus. I think I very much can safely keep it private as well. Love and life. Love and life. The Bible says share the gospel. That is all I'm doing. Uh, I mean, love and life, that's fine. You can share the gospel. If you want to be love and life, if you want to be public about your relationship with Jesus, and if you want to share the gospel about Jesus, nothing wrong with that. But I'm not that type of person. I'm not religious. I don't really read the Bible. I don't really go to church. I do love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I love Jesus, but I have a private relationship with him and I want to keep that private. Like people don't really people don't really need to know what my religion is or if I believe in Jesus or not. That's not really what this live stream is for, and that's not really what it's not really what this live stream is about. This live stream is a Q&A, questions and answers. So love and life, if you have a question for me, that would be great. If you don't, that would also be great. If you would like to, please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel and turn on all notifications for all my videos, and come back to my uh, and if you would like to come back to my Q&A gaming and comic book stream, that would be appreciated. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, that's all right. Janessa, yeah, but this isn't the type of stream. Please respect that. It's not that hard. I agree with what Janessa is saying. Love and life. If you can't respect the rules of the stream, then you're gonna have to be removed by either me or Alvi. But uh, Alvi, should I time him out? No, Alvi, you don't have to time him out. He hasn't done anything wrong. I understand what he is trying to do. He has a public relationship with Jesus and God. He has a public relationship. He's very much a religious person, and he's very much trying to spread the gospel of God. And I agree with that. That's awesome that people do that. But, I don't have a public relationship with Jesus. I keep that private. People don't really need to know, my relationship with Jesus. I keep it private. I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I believe in him, and that's all that should matter, really. So we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move on from the religious stuff now. I don't really want to talk about it anymore, so we're gonna move on. But yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to kick him out of the live stream, Alvi. He probably has already left already. Alvi. Oh, it's good. I also got the limited edition cups at Burger King. Yes, I tried the the Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu meal at Burger King. That was a really good meal. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that meal, Alvi. I also tried some other new stuff. I tried the Burger King June 2026 menu, which a lot of people are calling it the 250th anniversary meal, which it was a good meal. I liked it. And then if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, Albi, I did a review on the McDonald's. Um, Albi, what one did you have? I can't remember what one I had, but I don't know. I can't remember which one I had, um, but I also tried the new Alvi. I had the chicken galactic meal. Okay. Okay, Alvi. You're asking me what items I had in the meal. The items that I had in the meal, I had that. What the hell was it called? I had the burger. I had the garlic chicken fries. I had the imperial cheesy ranch tots, and I believe that's what I had. I think I also had fries too. I mean, the video is still on my channel, Albie. So if you want to go check out my review on the Mandalorian and Grogu meal from Burger King, just go check that out. That video is still on the channel. I also tried the McDonald's World I also tried the McDonald's FIFA World Cup meal from McDonald's too. That was a good meal. The advertising, the promotion for it was really good. The items in the meal were, yeah, they were okay. Stock standard McDonald's, Big Mac, fries, and a large Coke. But it was good. It was good. Alvi, what time are you planning on finishing the stream? Uh, I'm not too sure, Alvi. Typically I go for about 2.5 hours. Typically I go for about 2.5 hours, Alvi, and we're already in an hour, so I plan on sticking around for another hour and a half, Alvi, if you you know, I plan on sticking around for another hour and a half, Alvi. If you can't stay for the full stream, Alvi, that's understandable. I can be my own moderator, but I mean, I do have my other moderator. I have my cousin Amanda and her husband John. They are moderators for me, and I also think I'm gonna add my Discord from my Discord friend Janessa as a mod as well. Alvi, yes, I don't have McDonald's that much. I like Five Guys. Yeah, I like Five Guys. We used to have a Five Guys where we lived, but our Five Guys closed. I think our Five Guys is closed because they were not making enough money to stay open. Because Five Guys is a really expensive restaurant, and prices in New York are expensive as it is. So our Five Guys is closed. But yeah, I had Five Guys a couple times. I think I had it 2 or 3 times if I remember correctly. 2 or 3 times, I think. I think I had it like 2 or 3 times, I think. LV, I have to go. LV, I got to go. Sorry, bye. All right, LV, I'll see you in the next stream. I'll see you in my comic. I have to go. Sorry. It's okay, Albie. I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the next stream, which will be on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be 7 p.m. for you. So I'll see you, Albie. I'll see you again for my comic book stream. All right, guys. So do you guys have any more questions for me? Albie, see you Saturday. See you Saturday, Albie. I can't wait to see you again. So do you guys have any more questions for me? Like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream will go for, the more questions will be asked. So if you guys have more questions, please ask. Uh, Jalen. Hi, Jalen. How you doing? I hope you're doing good, Jalen. Do you have any questions for me, Jalen? This is my Q&A live stream, so if you have any questions for me, Jalen, that would be appreciated. And if you have not, please liked, subscribed, and commented to my YouTube channel, and turn on all the notifications for all my videos. And please come back to my Q&A, gaming, and comic book stream to get my watch hours up on YouTube, Jalen. I would appreciate that. So if you have any questions for me, Jalen, please ask. That would be appreciated. That would be appreciated, Jalen. If you have any questions, please ask, because this is my Q&A stream. So if you guys have any more questions, please ask, because like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer the stream will go for, the more questions I'll ask. Also, if you're thinking about a question, you can also ask me that later as well. Also, you can ask me multiple questions. Starsmouth 5182. Yes, I have one more question. Okay, what is your question, Starsmouth 5182? Yes, I have one more question. Starsmouth 5182. Will the Knicks win the series? Well, actually, somebody asked me about this earlier. Somebody asked me about the NBA Finals. I could really care less who wins the NBA Finals. I'm not a fan of the New York Knicks, and I'm not a fan of the San Antonio Spurs. My favorite team is the Minnesota Timberwolves, and if the city of Pittsburgh ever gets an NBA team, I would be rooting for them. The Minnesota Timberwolves made the playoffs, and they lost to the San Antonio Spurs, but Starsmouth 5182, but you're almost an East Coaster. I am an East Coaster. What do you mean? I live in New York. I live in New York. But just because I live in New York doesn't mean I like the New York Knicks or the Brooklyn Nets. I've always been a fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ever since I got into basketball, Starsmouth 5182, but you're not close to the coast. Well, why? Well, yeah, that's because I live on the other side of the state. Technically, the whole state of New York is the East Coast. Also, yes, I live on the other side of the state. I live in the western part. I live towards the border. I live towards the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio. Well, mostly Pennsylvania, pretty much. I live 45 minutes away from Erie, Pennsylvania, and I live 2 hours away from Buffalo, New York. Let's see. Timberwolves are good. Yeah, Timberwolves have been always my favorite team. And the reason why I like the Timberwolves is when I was trying to decide what my favorite team in basketball was, there really wasn't an option for me, because I typically don't really, historically and typically, I don't really root for like New York teams. And then there was the other option, the Philadelphia 76ers, and I knew that I wasn't going to be a Philadelphia 76ers fan. So I was like, well, who the heck is going to be my favorite team for me? And the first team that sticked out to me was the Minnesota Timberwolves, because I like their name. I like their jerseys. I like their colors. They've had great players on the team, like Kevin Garnett, Carl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. They've had a lot of great players, so that's why I'm a Timberwolves fan. But well, like I said, if the city of Pittsburgh ever gets an NBA team, I will probably be rooting for them over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, that doesn't mean that the Minnesota Timberwolves would not be my second favorite team, because they would. They would still be my favorite team. They would still be my favorite team, but I would just be rooting for the NBA team in Pittsburgh more. But to answer your question, do I think the New York Knicks are going to win the series? Yeah, I think the New York Knicks are going to win the series. Apparently, they Starsmouth 5182. You still get bragging rights if New York wins, though. Yeah, I guess. It would be, I mean, it would be understandable if there was like a NBA team that was in Buffalo, New York, and they won an NBA championship. Which, if you did not know, there was an NBA team in Buffalo. They were the Buffalo Braves, and then they relocated to Sacramento, and they became the the Sacramento Kings. And so, or no, I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm wrong. Never mind, I'm wrong. I'm thinking Rochester, New York. Rochester, New York had a basketball team too. They were the Rochester Kings. So there was the Buffalo Braves. They were relocated to San Diego. They became the San Diego Clippers, and then the San Diego Clippers relocated to Los Angeles and became the Los Angeles Clippers. Another team in New York, the Rochester Kings, which are in Rochester, New York, they had a basketball team, and they were the Rochester Kings, and they relocated to the Kansas City, and they became the Kansas City Kings, and then the Kansas City Kings were relocated from Kansas City to Sacramento, and they became the Sacramento Kings. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of the New York Knicks. I'm not rooting for them. I'm not rooting for. I'm not rooting for. I'm not even rooting for San Antonio either. So I could really care less who wins. But to answer your question, yes, I do believe the New York Knicks are going to win the series. Unless if the San Antonio Spurs have some type of miraculous comeback or something and win it all, but I think the New York Knicks are probably going to win. Also, they just came back from um so yeah, like I mean, yeah, the New York Knicks came back from like a 29 point deficit last night. I have no doubt that they're going to defeat the San Antonio Spurs if they can do that. Starsmouth 5182. I'm just glad the Thunder isn't winning again. Same here. I'm not really a big fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm a big fan of the Seattle Supersonics. Yes, you heard it here. You heard it here, folks. I prefer the Seattle Supersonics over the Oklahoma City Thunder. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks. I like the Super Seattle Supersonics more than the Oklahoma City Thunder. Though, though, um, though Adam Sandler doesn't call the Seattle Supersonics, Adam Sandler calls them the Seattle Supersonicas. And the owner of the Seattle Supersonics got pissed off at Adam Sandler when he did that Hanukkah song, because the owner of the Seattle Supersonics at the time was Jewish. He got pissed off with that song because Adam Sandler made a Hanukkah song for Christmas, and he mentioned the Seattle Supersonics or as he said, the Seattle Supersonicas in that song. Starsmouth 5182. The way SGA and his whole team plays, you can see them setting up for the falls while throwing buckets. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I much more prefer the Seattle Supersonics, or as Adam Sandler described them as, the Seattle Supersonicas. But yeah, like I said, I think New York is. I think New York is going to win the series, unless if the San Antonio Spurs have some miraculous comeback, which I kind of doubt. They weren't even able to win last night, so I kind of doubt that they're going to win. Okay, guys. So, do you guys have any more questions for me? The more questions you ask, the longer this stream will go for. The longer this stream will go for, the more questions will be asked. So, if you guys got more questions for me, please ask. Man, I'm not gonna lie. It's dark outside. It's usually never dark this early in the day. It's usually uh Starsmouth 5182. How did you get that bald spot? Is it an old injury? Um a person earlier asked me the same question. Why do I have a bald spot on the side of my head? I don't really know the reason why I have this bald spot on the side of my head. It's not an injury like you said, and I'm not going bald either. Yes, I did get a haircut recently, so it looks like I don't have any hair, but I got a haircut recently. I promise I'm not going bald, but I don't know the reason why I have the bald spot on the side of my head. See, a couple of years ago, my brother Josh, he lives in Brooklyn, New York. He's seen the same thing as me. So my brother Josh called my mom, and my brother Josh was like, I got a bald spot on the side of my head. How is that possible? How do you just get a random bald spot on the side of your head? And he couldn't figure it out. And then my mom noticed that I got the same bald spot as him on the side of the head, just like him. And my mom was like, yeah, Joey, you got the same bald spot as your brother. My brother Josh couldn't figure out why he got the bald spot on the side of his head, and I don't understand why I got the bald spot on the side of my head as well. My family doesn't even know why we got the bald spots on the side of my head. The only thing I can figure is that the bald spot is due to some type of genetic issue, some genetic that I got from one of my family members. Who I got it from, I have no idea. All I can say is that I just have a random bald spot on the side of my head, just like my brother Josh. And yes, I'm not going bald. My hair is completely fine. Starsmouth 5182. At least it's on the side of the head. It doesn't look as bad as on the top. You can just say you got injured. Yeah, I can say that, but I don't know what it's from. Me, honestly, I think it's some type of genetic family issue that our family has because my brother has it too, but I don't know why we have a bald spot on the side of my head. So really, I don't know how to answer your question properly, but that's my answer. It's genetics. So if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask. Like I said, the longer this stream will go for, the longer this live stream goes for, the more questions are asked, and the more questions that are asked, the longer the stream will go for. So if you guys have more questions, please ask. That would be appreciated. You can also have a question in waiting. If there's a question you're thinking of right now, but you can't think of it and you want to ask me later, that would be cool. You can also ask me multiple questions as well. That's also appreciated. Also, if you guys wondering what I'm drinking chocolate milk. Typically, I would have a pop or a soda, but I ran out of pop and I ran out of soda, so I'm gonna have to go to the store later today, unless if it's still raining and thundering. Unless if it is still raining and thundering outside, then I might not go. Starsmouth 5182. What's your favorite video game of all time? My favorite video game of all time is Raw vs. SmackDown 2007, but I have like a whole list. Raw vs. SmackDown 2007. Oh, the rain is really coming down now. You hear that, guys? You guys hear that rain on my window? That rain is really coming out down right now. I bet it's gonna start thundering outside too. But anyway, back to the question. Yeah, so my favorite video game of all time is Raw vs. SmackDown 2007, but I have like a whole list. Raw vs. SmackDown 2007, Raw vs. SmackDown 2006, Raw vs. SmackDown 2004. Um, what else? Sniper Elite 3, 4, and 5, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty, um, and a bunch of other sports games. I like Madden 04, Madden 05, Madden 06, NCAA Football 06. Starsmouth 5182. What about Halo? I think Halo is cool. It's a cool game. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's a good game. I like it. Also, I did a Lost Media video on my YouTube channel, Starsmouth 5182. If you haven't checked out my Lost Media video, I did a Lost Media video on Halo. There was supposed to be a Halo movie in production. They were going to make a Halo movie, but the movie went into development hell and then the movie got canceled. Originally, the Halo movie was going to be directed by Guillermo. I can't say that guy's name. I think it's Guillermo del Toro. He is the guy who directed the Hellraiser movies, and he also directed that Frankenstein movie that came out in 2025 that I really loved. Thought the Frankenstein 2025 was the best horror movie of 2025, not gonna lie. You guys haven't checked out that movie. That movie is on Netflix and it was great. I would recommend it. Starsmouth 5182. Have you tried the college football game that came out recently? And I'll check it out. That sounds cool. Yes, I have played the most recent college football games. I played college football 25 and I played college football 26. College football 27 is coming out later next month and I plan on getting it, so don't worry. Uh, dang, that rain, dang, that rain is coming down now. It's probably going to start thundering here soon, too. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He directed the Hellraiser movies. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro did direct the Hellraiser movies. I can't look it up right now, but yeah, he did. Bo Rat, Guillermo del Toro didn't direct any Hellraiser movies. Yes, he did. He directed he either he was the director or the writer of one of the Hellraiser movies. I definitely know he worked on the original Halo or Hellraiser movie because originally Guillermo del Toro was going to do the Halo movie that they planned on making. but then he left. He left as director to go do the Hellraiser movie, and that's why the Halo movie went into development hell and eventually got canceled and became lost media. Oh shit! Fuck. Wait. Uh, Starsmouth 5182. It should have been directed by Peter Blomkamp, or however you spell it, the guy who made the movie District 9. I've heard of that movie. That was a good movie. Yeah, maybe he should have directed it. Borat. The original Hellraiser movie from 1987 was barely independent film. Oh shit! Oh shit! Why was I thinking of Hellraiser? I was thinking of Hellboy. That's the movie, Hellboy. Uh, Gil Gillermo. I can't say this guy. Gilmilio del Toro. He directed the Hellboy movies. I don't know why I was getting it confused with Hellraiser. Maybe because Hellraiser and Hellboy have hell in the name and they're both the same. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking of Hellraiser. Maybe because I'm thinking about the new Hellraiser game that's coming out this year sometime. I know a Hellraiser boy is coming out. A Hellraiser boy. What the heck? Now I'm talking nonsense now. Hellraiser boy? What the hell's a Hellraiser boy? Uh Borat. The original Hellraiser movie from 1987 was fairly independent film written and directed by Clive Barker. Yes, I did know that part. I was thinking of Hellboy. I don't know why I was thinking of Hellraiser, but yeah, Emilio del Toro the Halo movie to go direct Hellboy instead, and that's how Halo went into development hell, and that's why the movie got canceled and become lost media. Bora. Oh, Hellboy. Yeah, he did direct those. Yes, he did. Stars Mouth 5182. Hellraiser is weird. Uh, Borat. Did you look up Retro Realm Arcade? Damn it, I forgot. Borat, I'm sorry. Borat, I'm sorry. I forgot. I wrote it down and I forgot. What was that? Tuesday? Yeah, sorry, Borat. I wrote it down and then I forgot about it. That's what happens when you do other things. You do other things and then you forget about the one thing you're supposed to do. I'll definitely look up the Retro Realms Arcade Borat after this live stream is over. I totally forgot about it. It slipped my mind. I'm sorry. Borat. Hellraiser, the original, is a fantastic film. Yeah, I like Hellraiser. I think the original Hellraiser movie is great. I like the Hellraiser movies. Starsmouth 5182. I don't like Hellraiser. I would have tried to put him into an MRI machine for science. Starsmouth 5182. Hellraiser is weak sauce. Static Shock could turn him into power node. Well, I don't think really that was what Clive Barker was thinking about when he wrote the novella for Hellraiser. And I don't think that's what he was really thinking about when he directed and wrote the original Hellraiser movie, Stars Mouth 5182. I can see I can see your logic by saying that, but I don't think that's what Clive Barker was thinking of. Uh Stars Mouth 5182. Batman would defeat Hellraiser. Uh I think Batman could defeat Hellraiser if he figures out a way how to beat Hellraiser. But the thing about Hellraiser is that Hellraiser, or what the heck are they called? I can't remember the names in the film. They're the sequel bites or whatever the hell they call them. I'm just gonna call Hellraiser, or Pinhead. The Pinhead. Pinhead. Pinhead is uh Pinhead is a supernatural. Pinhead is a supernatural being that can travel multiple universes, and he can destroy worlds. He can destroy worlds. And I figured that Batman would have a hard time trying to defeat Hellraiser because Hellraiser is a supernatural being. He's a supernatural being. He can destroy worlds. He can take over worlds. He can time travel. He's a really Hellraiser is a really hard guy to beat if you're Batman. Now, I can definitely see Batman coming up with some type of plan trying to defeat Hellraiser. Hell, he might even need the whole Justice League, the X-Men, whoever he can get as an ally to defeat Hellraiser. So yeah, basically, like, I figure that Batman would have to have a plan to defeat Hellraiser or Pinhead or whatever. Borat. Starsmouth 5182 is talking silly. Borat. Monks. Yeah, it's monks, and I think they're called the Cenobites or whatever. Starsmouth 5182. But Batman defeated Darkseid. Isn't that guy a god? Starsmouth 5182, or the Eterekin the demon? Well, Pinhead is not a human. Uh, Pinhead is not a human. Pinhead is supernatural. He's a supernatural being from hell. He controls hell. He controls hell, and he's also a supernatural being. He can take over worlds. He can destroy worlds. I'm just saying that Batman would have a hard time defeating. He would have a hard time defeating. He would have a hard time defeating Pinhead on his own. I figure he would need to get some help. I would figure Batman would need help to win to defeat Pinhead. Also, um, like, if Batman were to defeat Pinhead, I think Batman would have to have a plan to defeat Pinhead if he had a chance of defeating Pinhead. I think Batman would need a plan. Borat, Batman would get ripped apart by the chains of hell. Starsmouth 5182. Who in the Justice League can travel down there? Well, there's the rain and there's the thunder. You guys just heard it on camera outside. Like I said, Batman would need a really good plan to defeat Pinhead, in my opinion. He would have to have a plan to defeat Pinhead. I don't think Batman could beat Pinhead on his own. I think if Batman got help from people, then yeah, maybe. But he needs a plan to defeat Pinhead. Borat. I remember years ago, not long after Freddy versus Jason, people were asking for people were asking for a Michael versus Pinhead movie, calling it Halloween. Kind of silly. Uh, yeah, I guess. I mean, people have pitched so many ideas for horror movie crossovers. Chucky versus Leprechaun, Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. That would have been a cool movie. Freddy versus Ash versus Jason versus Pinhead. That would have been a cool movie. Um, Chucky versus Leprechaun. There's been so many. Stars Mouth 5182 Pinhead Larry. Stars Mouth 5182. Kratos would rip Pinhead and all his buddies a new one. No, no. That would be an interesting fight. I like the idea of Batman versus Pinhead more, or Batman versus Hellraiser, whatever. I like that idea more than Kratos versus Pinhead, but honestly, I don't. Honestly, I don't really know who would win that fight. To be honest with you, I Stars Mouth 5182. I remember when people wanted to see Master Chef versus Samus from Masteroids. Borat. I can see why people would want Master Chef and Samus battle. Yeah, it sounds like a cool idea. Sounds like a cool idea. Sounds like a cool idea. Sounds like a cool idea to me. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, please ask. Like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this live stream will go for. The longer this live stream will go for, the more questions that will be asked. So if you guys have more questions, please ask. You also can ask me multiple questions as well. I don't mind, and you can also ask me if you have a question that you think. If we have a question that you're thinking about, you can ask me later as well. Uh, Starsmouth 5182. I'm just messing around about Pinhead or Hellraiser. I have no idea about the movie and never seen it. Laughing out loud. Well, Starsmouth 5182. Me and Bo Rat would probably agree. I would. I think. I think me and Bo Rat would agree. I think me and Bo Rat would agree. Starsmouth 5182. We would definitely recommend you to watch the original Hellraiser movie slash Pinhead. I think me and Bo Rat would agree. I think you guys would really like it. Or he I think me and Bo Rat would agree. I think that you would really like it. Starsmouth 5182. Can the Justice League defeat the X-Men? Now that's a tough question. That's a tough question. Uh, let's see. Justice League. They got Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk. Who else is in the Justice League? Or no, what? No, 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 no. I'm not thinking about the Justice League. I'm thinking. What am I thinking about? Is that I don't know. I'm thinking about something else. I don't think it's the Justice League. I don't know. I don't know. Justice League versus the X Men. I can't really decide. I think both of them are good, so I can't really give an answer to that question. Borat. The original Hellraiser is dark, disgusting, and delightful. Yeah, I love the Hellraiser movies. I think they're really good. I like the original Hellraiser. It's a classic. I, no, that's the Avenger. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking Stars Mouth 5182. No, that's the Avengers. Yeah, I was thinking about the Avengers. I don't know why I was thinking about the Avengers, but I was. I was thinking about the Avengers. I don't know why, but I was. Stars Mouth 5182. Justice League is from DC. Yes, I do know that, yes. Stars Mouth, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman versus the X-Men, which would be Wolverine, and whoever else is in the X-Men. I would say probably the Justice League would defeat the X-Men. I like I like Wolverine as a character, but I don't think I don't I don't think that the like I said, Wolverine is good as a character, but I don't think the X-Men could defeat the Justice League. I would say I would say the Justice League would defeat the X-Men. Bo Rat. It's the shame that DCU never had a good movie. Star's Mouth. What? Star's Mouth 5182. What? The original Dark Knight trilogy was fire. Star's Mouth 5182. I like when Batman was trained by Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Uh, Bo Rat. Not part of the DCU though. The Nolan films were good. Yeah, I like the Dark Knight. I like the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. Yeah. Yeah, the Dark Knight was cool. I like that movie. Stars Mouth, Stars Mouth 5182. Oh, you mean like with the Justice League? Stars Mouth. What about Batman versus Superman? Batman put the whooping on Superman. Bo Rat. Yeah, all the Snyder nonsense. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with Bo Rat. I like the current direction of DC right now than the Snyder universe. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Snyder universe. I think I like what James Gunn is doing with DC right now more than what James Snyder did with the Snyder universe in my opinion. All right, guys. Well, all right, guys. So if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask. If you guys have any more questions, please ask because like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this live stream will go for. The longer this live stream will go for, the more questions will be asked. So if you have more questions, please ask. You can ask me multiple questions. Borat, he totally botched Watchmen too. Amazing comic book, terrible film. Though a lot of it did look nice here and there. Yeah, not the biggest fan of the Snyder universe. I'm more of a fan of what James Gunn is doing with DC right now. Stars Mouth 5182. What are they making now? Haven't seen the new Superman. They made a new Superman movie. They're making a new Supergirl movie. They're making a Clayface movie. Uh, that's all I know for this year. That's all I know for this year. I haven't gone into full detail of what DC is doing for the next couple of years, but they made a Superman movie. They're making a Supergirl movie that's coming out this month. They're making a Clayface movie. And they're making the Batman Part 2. They're making the Batman Part 2 with Robert Pattinson. Saucy Drews, are you watching the World Cup? No, I don't plan on watching the World Cup. I'm not really the biggest fan of football slash soccer. I will be rooting for the United States because I live in the United States and the United States is my team. And also, United States is one of the teams hosting the World Cup this year alongside Canada and Mexico. But nah, I don't plan on watching the World Cup. I'm more of a fan of I'm more of a fan of other sports. So no, I don't saucy Drews. I don't plan on watching the World Cup, but I am supporting the United States. Bull Rat, the last Batman with Robert Pattinson was pretty good. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I know they're getting a sequel called The Batman Part 2, and it's going to have new characters in it. More thunder and more rain outside. You guys can hear it. Borat, are you a fan of the Knicks? No, I'm not a fan of the Knicks. I'm a fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's my favorite team. I'm a fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm a fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves, but if the city of Pittsburgh ever gets a basketball team, an NBA basketball team, they would become my number one favorite basketball team, and I would be rooting for them. But you know, but you know, my favorite team is Minnesota. Stars Mouth 5182. Don't be shocked. He's rooting for the. Okay. So I root for the United States. I live in the United States. It's my country. We're fucking hosting this year. Like I can name like several other good soccer teams. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I know about football. I know about soccer. The other good The other good soccer teams are Brazil, Mexico, Spain, Portugal, Paraguay, Argentina, Chile. Every South American team. England is good. Germany is usually pretty good. Um, Italy is pretty good. Um, teams in Africa are good. South Africa is good. Who else? Egypt is good. So there's good teams. Like I'm rooting for the United States because I live in the United States and that's my country. Stars now 5182. Brazil hasn't been good for like 20 years. Laughing at pretty much every South American team in soccer is good. So I would really get your facts straight there, Stars Mouth 5182. Every team from freaking South America and Africa are good at football. Because literally those are the only sports they play. Bo Rat. Scotland is playing on Monday. Yes, they are. Don't be shocked. He's rooting for the United States in soccer. He also roots for the Pirates in baseball. Yes, of course I root for the Pirates in baseball. I love any Pittsburgh team. What's wrong with that? I've always been a Pirates fan. I've been a Pirates fan my whole life. Also, it's not like the Pittsburgh Pirates haven't done anything in baseball. You want to know something? The Pittsburgh Pirates were the first major league team to play in the World Series. Did you know that? I don't think so. The Pittsburgh Pirates were the first MLB team to play in the World Series, along with the Boston Red Sox. So, of course, the Boston Red Sox won that game, but you're a New Yorker. Yeah, well, I've explained this shit before. I'm not freaking explaining it again. My whole okay. You want to know something? My dad's side of my family was from Pennsylvania. Okay, my my great 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 grandfather was born in Pennsylvania, and then my grandfather on my dad's side was born in Pennsylvania. He was born in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and my dad, well, obviously, yes, I know the New York Yankees have the most World Series. I'm not dumb. They got like 29. Listen, I like the New York Yankees, okay? They're my second favorite team. My number one is the Pittsburgh Pirates. My number two is the New York Yankees. And my number three are the Tampa Bay Rays. Those are my three favorite Major League Baseball teams. I've always been fans of all three. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Pirates are my favorite, but I also like the Yankees and I also like the Tampa Bay Rays as well. But like I said, My whole my dad's side of the family was born in Pennsylvania. So my great great grandfather was born in Pennsylvania. My grandfather on my dad's side was born in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And then obviously my dad was born in New York because my grandfather, after the Korea, my grandfather on my dad's side, he moved back to the United States after the Korean War. He moved to Jamestown, New York, and that's where my dad was born. Starsmouth 5182. What about the Giants? The Giants fucking suck. Don't get me. I don't like the New York Giants. The New York Giants suck, and the New York Jets suck. Well, right now they suck. Not a few years ago. When the New York Giants had Eli Manning and when they won those Super Bowls, they were good. But once Eli Manning left and they couldn't figure out their offensive situation, they suck. Same thing with the New York Jets. They suck too. They suck because they haven't won. They haven't won a Super Bowl since like 1969 or whenever that was, like Super Bowl 3. The New York Jets suck too. So, Starsmouth 5182, they weren't bad with Eli, man. That's what I just said. Are you listening to what I've been saying? I said that the Giants were good when they had Eli Manning, and then when they lost him and they couldn't figure out their offensive situation, they sucked. Starsmouth 5182. The Jets didn't even get a season with Aaron Rodgers. That's because the New York Jets sucks and they're cursed. They suck and they're cursed. That's why. They they haven't been able they haven't been they haven't been able to win a Super Bowl since like 1969. So I kind of doubt that the Jets are going to win a Super Bowl anytime soon. But yeah. Okay, guys. Well, if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask. That would be appreciated. Like I said, the more questions you ask, the longer this live stream will go for. The longer this live stream will go for, the more questions will be answered. So, if you guys have more questions, please ask. If you're thinking of a question that you would like to answer for me later, that would be appreciated. But if you guys have more questions, please ask. Uh, Starsmouth 5182. The last time the Jets were good was with the. Bro, you just contradicted your whole self. Eli Manning never played for the New York Jets. He only played for the New York Giants. And like I said, the last time the New York Giants were good was when Eli Manning was on the team. Ever since Eli Manning retired from the NFL and stopped playing football, the the New York Giants haven't been able to do anything. They can't even figure out their own offensive situation. They can't even figure out what quarterback they want. I mean, they got Jackson Dart, which is a promising start, but who knows how long that will last. He might end up becoming like Daniel Jones, and he will go somewhere else. He might actually go somewhere else that's a better fit for him. Like Daniel Jones has been doing great things with the Indianapolis Colts until he got injured. So yeah. Borat. I wish basketball was a real sport, like a mixture between baseball and basketball. I don't know how that sport would work, but it kind of sounds like a cool idea. If they could find out a way how to mix baseball and basketball as a sport, I would play it because it sounds like a cool idea. It's just how would that even work? What are even the rules of that game? How does that even work? Uh, Borat, you haven't seen the movie Basketball with Matt Stone and Trey Parker? Oh yeah, I've seen the movie. For whatever reason, I've seen the movie. For whatever reason, I was thinking like I don't know, baseball and basketball being mixed together in one sport. I don't know why I was thinking of that, but I was. But I mean, it's a cool idea, I guess. If they tried to mix baseball and basketball together as one sport. But then again, like I said, how would that even work? How would that even work? How would that even work? So if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask. Like I said, if you guys have any more questions, please ask. Oh my God. Stars Mouth 5182. Why are you a Pirates fan? They went 71 and 91 last year. Why am I a Pirates fan? Because I've said it before. I've been a Pirates fan my whole life. Don't you understand? It's a family thing. Like, does any of your family members root for the same team as you? Uh, don't you understand that it's a family thing? Like, am I going crazy or something? Like, most families root for the same team. I said it earlier. My dad's family roots for any team in Pittsburgh. I root for any team in Pittsburgh. It's a family thing for me. My great grandfather was born in Pennsylvania. My grandfather on my dad's side was born in Pennsylvania. He was born in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Obviously my dad was born in Jamestown, but my real dad, who passed away by the way, my grandfather on my dad's side, who passed away, and my great great grandfather on my dad's side, who passed away, they all rooted for Pittsburgh sports teams. They rooted for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They rooted for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They rooted for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They rooted for any Pittsburgh team. I am the exact same way as my father's side. I root for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I root for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I root for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I root for any Pittsburgh team. It's not that hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not that hard to understand, Stars Mouth 5182. It's really not. Let me ask you, you know what? Because I get asked the questions, let me ask you a question, Stars Mouth 5182. Does any family member in your family, especially your father's side or even your mother's side, whatever, do they root for the same team as you? Answer me that question, Starsmouth 5182. Maybe that will make sense to you. Maybe that will help you out a little bit to understand where I'm coming from with this. Because if you say that there are if you say that there are family members in your family on your father's side or your mother's side that root for the same teams as you, that's exactly what I'm saying for my father's side. Starsmouth 5182. My dad likes Italy soccer, so I like Italy. I like Italy soccer too. There, we got one thing in common there. I like Italy soccer. I like German soccer. I like Italian. I like German soccer. I like Italy soccer. I like Netherlands soccer. I like those teams. But yeah, but no, I'm not really talking about football or slash soccer. You'll never get it, man. You'll never get it. You never will. I'm not. You'll never get it, man. You never get it. Let me ask you a question. Your favorite? I'm guessing your favorite NFL team is the New York Giants, or maybe even the New York Jets, or whatever. Does your father, does he root for the New York Jets or for the New York Giants? Let me ask you that question. Maybe that will be a little bit more simpler for you. Star Starsmouth 5182. I'm just messing around, man. Let me stop. Well, like I said, you don't want to mess around with me when it comes with sports teams. I'm very passionate about it. I'm very passionate for my Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm very passionate for my Pittsburgh Pirates, and I'm very passionate for my Pittsburgh Penguins. And I would also be very passionate if the city of Pittsburgh gets an NBA basketball team. I would be very passionate for them too. So yeah, you don't want to be messing around with me when it comes to my sports teams because I'm very passionate for that type of stuff. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Well, I've been streaming for an hour or 2 hours, I believe, right? Yeah, 2 hours. I've been streaming for 2 hours now, so I'm going to be streaming for another 30 minutes. Starsmouth 5182. I like the Steelers, but only because I like the Eagles. Well, that's something we can share in common. I don't like the Eagles either. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm always be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Yes, I also like Aaron Rodgers too. We share a couple things in common. All right, guys, I've been streaming for 2 hours, so I'm going to be streaming for another 30 minutes. I'm going to stream for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to end off the stream for today. So, if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask. So, if you have more questions, please ask before I end off the stream. Like I said, you can ask me as many questions as you want, and you can ask me as many questions as you want, and you can ask me multiple questions. That's also appreciated. So if you have more questions, please ask. Is it still? I'm gonna check something real quick, guys. Is it still raining outside? I bet it is. Uh, it's still thundering. Still thundering. Raining. I don't know. It's not raining, but it's still thundering. Still thundering. It's still thundering outside. It's still thundering outside, guys. It's not particularly raining at this moment, but it is thundering outside. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, if you guys have any more questions, please ask. I plan on ending the uh Charlie Lizard or Hi, how you doing, man? Hi, man, how you doing? I hope you're doing good today. Please stop spamming my chat, or you're gonna be removed from my live stream. So, please stop spamming the chat. Okay, that's good. I'm happy to hear you're good. You don't. Please sub. I'm not subbing to you. You should be subbing to me. Please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel, Charlie Lizard. Please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. Please don't forget to turn on all the notifications for all my videos. And please don't forget to come back to my Q&A gaming and comic book stream to get my watch hours up on YouTube. If you can do that for me, Charlie Lizard, that would be appreciated. So if you can do that for me, that would be appreciated. Also, once again, please don't spam the chat or I'll kick you off the stream. But if you have any questions for me, Charlie Lizard, that would be appreciated. So if you have any questions for me, please ask. That would be appreciated. So please ask. Also, I plan on ending the stream in about 25 minutes. So if anybody has any last minute questions, please ask because I told you stop spamming the chat. You don't listen. You're being removed, my man. You're being removed, my man. I told you stop spamming the chat. You've been removed. You've been removed, my man. You're spamming the chat. You've been removed. I don't have time for haters, and I don't have time for trolls. And I don't have time for spammers either. So if people are going to come in here and spam the chat, you're going to be removed. Okay? So, like I said, I plan on ending the stream in about 25 minutes. So if you guys have any last minute questions, please ask me more questions. That would be appreciated. So if you guys have more questions, please ask. Like I said, more questions, please. You can ask me multiple questions if you want. That's also appreciated as well. Also, I also plan on doing Q&A live stream 23 next week. So I also plan on doing that next week too. If you want to ask more questions there. Pro Ninja 123. I'm back, bro. Well, welcome back, Pro Ninja 123. You haven't really missed much, Pro Ninja 123. Other than that, I've been talking with my chat and I've been answering people's questions. I just got done removing a spammer in my chat. Welcome back, Pro Ninja, and welcome back, Alvi. You guys are gonna be here for the next 20 minutes. I plan on ending the stream in about 23 minutes. So, Pro Ninja 123 and Alvi, if you guys have any last minute questions for me you would like to ask me in this stream, that would be appreciated because I plan on ending the stream in about 23 minutes. So, if you have any last minute questions, please ask. And it goes for other people that are currently in the stream. If you guys have any last minute questions you would like to ask me, that would be appreciated. So ask me your questions. You can even ask me multiple questions. That would be appreciated too. Alvi. Alvi. Do you know how old I am? No, I don't know how old you are, Alvi. How old are you? If I remember talking to you, Alvi, you said that you were like 11 years old, maybe 12. I can't remember. You were like either 11 or 12. You were like 11 or 12, Alvi. Pro Ninja 123. NBA takes 133 gigabytes. That's about right for NBA. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. So, Alvi, you got it right. Cool. I answered his question right. But do you guys have any questions for me? Pro Ninja 123, Alvi, do you guys have any questions for me? I plan on ending the stream in 20 minutes, so if you guys have any last minute questions to ask me, I would recommend you to ask me now. I mean, you always can go to the comments of my videos to ask me questions if you have a question that I couldn't answer on stream. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be doing Q&A live stream 23 next week if you have any questions, so yeah. But, I mean, if you guys have any last minute questions you would like to ask me within these 20 minutes, that would be appreciated. We currently... Pro Ninja 123. It's gonna take 20 hours, but that's okay. That sucks to hear, Pro Ninja 123. But I hope you enjoy. Hopefully, you're able to play NBA 2K26 tomorrow, and I hope you have fun playing it. Poke Job, can I have mod? Poke Job, can you have mod? No Poke Job, you cannot have mod. I'm sorry. I don't know you, Poke Job. This is the first time that you have ever commented on my live stream, so I'm going to have to say no. I'm sorry, Poke Job. You can't have mod. Poke Job. It's okay. That's okay. But I mean, Poke Job, if you have any questions for me, Poke Job, that you would like to ask me, that would be appreciated. So if you have any questions for me, Poke Job, please ask. I'm willing to answer your questions. Also, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Turn on all notifications for all my videos. Come back to my Q&A streams, my gaming streams, and my comic book streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube, Poke Job. That would be appreciated. So, if you have any questions for me, Poke Job, that would be appreciated. So, yeah. So, if you have any questions for me, please ask. Please ask. Please ask. Please ask. So we currently got 3 people in the chat. Alvy, what were some toys slash games did you enjoy growing up with? Uh, my favorite games growing up as a child was my favorite games growing up as a child. My favorite games growing up. So my favorite games as a child I liked to play was WWE. So I liked Friday or not Friday. Raw versus SmackDown 2007, Raw versus SmackDown 2006, Raw versus SmackDown 2004. I also used to play Raw vs. SmackDown 2009, Raw vs. SmackDown 2010, Raw vs. SmackDown 2011, Raw vs. SmackDown 2000, all those games. So my favorite games as a child was definitely WWE. They were my favorite games as a child. And toys, my favorite toys. What were my favorite toys as a child? My favorite toys as a child. My favorite toys as a child. Well, as a child, I liked WWE action figures. I liked NASCAR, so I liked the NASCAR car toy cars. I also did like Pokemon. I liked collecting Pokemon cards as a child. Um, so yeah, those are the things that I liked. Poke Job, what is your favorite color? Poke Job, my favorite color is blue, but I also like the color green. My least favorite color is black. I don't like the color black. Just because in my opinion, black is not a real color, and people ask me, uh, black, in my opinion, I don't think black is a real color, and the reason why I don't think black is a real color is because, black can't blend into any other color. Black only makes the color darker. So that's why I like the color white more than black, because white can blend with any other color. And the color white can make multiple colors, unlike black that can only make one color and make the color darker. So I like color white more than black. Pro Ninja 123, you know Lebanese Wi-Fi is normal. Alvi, how old are you? Alvi, I'm currently 22 years old, Alvi. Um, Poke Job. I love Pokemon cards too, as you can tell by my name. Alvi, Poke Job, what's your favorite card? Poke Job, it's Martin, sir. Alvi, nice. Yeah, I used to collect Pokemon cards a lot as a child. I don't really collect Pokemon cards anymore. I still collect like football, baseball, basketball. I still collect cards, but not so much Pokemon anymore. If you had to ask me my favorite Pokemon card, I would probably say Pikachu. Yeah, I know. Pikachu Poke Job. Sorry, sir. Pro Ninja, I support you, bro. Thank you, Pro Ninja. I appreciate it. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon card is Pikachu, but a lot of people say Pikachu is probably an overrated choice for favorite Pokemon. But I like Pikachu. I also like Charizard and the other ones. There's a lot of them, but yeah. I used to collect Pokemon cards, not much anymore. So, do you guys have any last minute questions for me? Any more questions from anybody? Like I said, you can ask Pro Ninja 123. Me too. So, guys, do you guys have any more questions for me? Any more last minute questions before I end the stream for the day? I plan on ending the stream in 14 minutes. So, 14 minutes. Alvi, sorry, I gotta go. It's okay, Alvi. I'll see you Saturday. It's okay, Alvi. I'll see you Saturday. See you Saturday, Alvi. Poke Job, what is your favorite food? Poke Job, my favorite food. I have a lot of favorite food. I like chicken. I like tacos. I like burritos. I like pizza. Um, I like a lot of food. Really, I'll literally eat anything. Really, if you give me anything, I'll eat it. I like food, but I like chicken, tacos, burritos, pizza, burgers, hot dogs. I like all sorts of food. To answer your question, Poke Job, those are my favorite foods: chicken, pizza, tacos, burritos, all sorts of stuff. So I like food. Any more questions? I plan on ending the stream in 12 minutes. So if you guys have any more last minute questions, please ask because I'm ending the stream in 12 minutes. Obviously, I'll be doing poke job. Same. I'm pretty much a food addict, but somehow I don't grow. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, like I said, I plan on ending the stream in 12 minutes. So if you guys have any last minute questions, please keep asking me more questions until the live stream is over. Obviously, I'll be doing Q&A live stream 23 next week, so you can ask me more questions then, but ask me more questions before this live stream is over. Pro Ninja 123 W stream, bro. Thank you, Pro Ninja 123. I appreciate it. I'm happy that you enjoyed the stream. Pro Ninja 123. I'm not leaving, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Pro Ninja 123. I appreciate it. Poke Job, I subbed. Well, thank you, Poke Job, for subbing. I appreciate it. I think Poke Job, I think you will like my content because I do a lot of food reviews on my YouTube channel. Now, I just don't do food reviews, I do other stuff. I do wrestling news videos, I do predictions and reactions for wrestling. I do food reviews, short film reviews, fan film reviews, movie reviews, gaming reviews. I do all sorts of stuff on my channel, Poke Job. So there's a lot to like. Also, I do Q&A streams. Poke Job, that's cool. I love wrestling. Yes, I love professional wrestling too. I love WWE too. See, we got two things in common already, Poke Job. You like food, so you like my food reviews, and you like professional wrestling, so you're gonna like my WWE news videos, and you're gonna like my predictions and reactions for WWE. But I also do streams as well. I do streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I do gaming live streams on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do my Q&A live streams on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also do my comic book live streams at Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I mean, if you would like to join my other live stream poke job, my other live stream poke jobs, that would be appreciated. Poke Job, I'll be here Saturday for sure. You're goated. Well, thank you, Poke Job. I appreciate it. Yes, I will be doing a comic. Yes, Poke Job. I plan on doing a comic book stream on Saturday. I'm gonna be reading the last of the Batman comic books I have. I'm gonna be reading Batman comic books from the 2010s, so keep an eye out for that. Pro Ninja 123. I hope you will have a great day. Thank you, Pro Ninja 123. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Pro Ninja. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day too. Poke Job, gotta get going. I'll be back Saturday. Poke Job, tough. Poke Job, but yeah, I gotta get going. Okay, bye, Poke Job. I hope you have a great rest of your day, Poke Job. Thank you for joining my stream. And thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Pro Ninja 123, thank you. You're welcome, Pro Ninja 123. I'm gonna be ending the stream in about 8 minutes, Pro Ninja 123. So if you got any last minute questions for me, Pro Ninja 123, that would be appreciated. Josh Allen the Goat. Hi, Josh Allen the Goat. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good, Josh Allen the Goat. Do you have any questions for me, Josh Allen the Goat? And have you liked, subscribed? That's good, Josh Allen the Goat. Do you have any questions for me, Josh Allen the Goat? And also, did you like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel and turn on all the notifications for all my videos? And, Josh Allen the Goat, about what? Well, I'm just asking in general. I'm just asking in general, Josh Allen the Goat. Do you have any questions for me? This is my Q&A stream. This is my question and answer. So if you have any questions for me, Josh Allen the Goat, ask me some questions. Just ask me anything. I will appreciate it. Josh Allen the Goat. Yeah, I'm liked and subscribed. Well, thank you, Josh Allen the Goat. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I definitely appreciate you. Josh Allen the Goat. Have you watched The Backrooms? If so, how did you like it? Yes, I did see the Backrooms movie, and I thought the Backrooms movie was a very good movie. I would definitely recommend it. I would give the Backrooms movie a 7 out of 10. So yeah, so I would say The Backrooms is a very good movie. I would definitely recommend it. I would give the Backrooms a 7 out of 10 and a recommend. And this is coming from a person that is not really big of a fan of the Backrooms. This is coming from a person that's not really the biggest fan of the Backrooms creepypasta or the web series, but I thought the movie was very good, so I would give it a 7 out of 10 and recommend. If you haven't seen the Backrooms movie yet, people, go see it. It's a good movie. Pope Job, I asked my mom if I could stay until the end of the stream. Okay, Pope Job, well, thank you for staying. I plan on ending the stream in 5 minutes, anyways, but I mean, Pope Job and Josh Allen the GOAT, if you guys have any more questions for me, please ask. If you have any last minute questions for me before I end the stream, I would appreciate it. Obviously, I plan on doing Q&A live stream 23 next week. If you have more questions, you can ask me more questions there. But if you guys have any last minute questions, please ask. Okay, Josh Allen the GOAT gave the Backrooms movie a 7.8 out of 10. Pro Ninja 123. It's summer finally, bro. Yeah, it's finally summer. I'm definitely feeling it now. It's currently 80 degrees where I live, though it has been raining and it has been thundering outside, though. Josh Allen the GOAT, are you excited about the NFL season? Yes, I'm excited for the NFL season. I'm excited for the NFL season, and I'm excited to see what the Pittsburgh Steelers can do this season. Because I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are at least going to have a winning season and at least make a playoff game at least. So yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they did a great job this offseason helping themselves offensively by getting a lot of offensive players. And they were definitely building around Aaron Rodgers to help him win a Super Bowl. And I just can't wait to see what the Pittsburgh Steelers do this season. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for the Steelers. Josh Allen the GOAT. I think they should start Drew Eller. Unfortunately, Josh Allen the GOAT, I don't think they're going to be starting Drew Eller. Maybe next season they will start either Drew Eller or Will Howard, but honestly, I believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to be starting, and this is going to be Aaron Rodgers' last season in the league. After this season, he is going to be retired, and he's going to retire from the league, and he's going to retire. Pope Job, what is your favorite professional wrestler? My favorite professional wrestler is Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, or just Sheamus. My other favorite wrestlers, Pope Job, is The Undertaker and the Rated R Superstar Edge. So those are my three favorite wrestlers. The Celtic Warrior Sheamus, The Undertaker, and what else? The Rated R Superstar Edge. Pro Ninja 123. What's your favorite subject in school? My favorite subject in school was history. I love history. You guys could ask me any history question right now, and I probably would get it right. So if you guys have any history questions for me, please ask before I end off the stream. Josh Allen the GOAT. My favorite subject is history. Pro Ninja 123. For me, it was English. Josh Allen the GOAT. Nice. Yeah, I liked English class too, depending on what book we read. If it was a good book, I liked it. Josh Allen the GOAT. What is the 7th president? The 6th president of the United States was John Quincy Adams, and the 7th president of the United States was Andrew Jackson. So, the 6th president of the United States was John Quincy Adams, and the 7th president of the United States was Andrew Jackson. But Josh Allen the GOAT, I get what you were referring to by that joke. 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Josh Allen, just kidding. Pope Job, what is your favorite point in history? Josh Allen the GOAT's probably was World War II. My favorite timeline in history is... I have a lot of favorites. I like the Revolutionary War. I like the Civil War. I like World War I. I like World War II. I like the Korean War, the Cold War, the Vietnam War. I like all that stuff. Anything from the 1700s till now, I like. Josh Allen the GOAT, probably World War II, Josh the GOAT, or the Civil War. Cool. All right, guys. So if you got any last minute questions, please ask now because I'm going to be ending off the stream for the night. So if you guys have any last minute questions, please ask because I'm ending off the stream for the night. I've already been streaming for 2.5 hours, and I think this would be a good point to end off my Q&A stream. So if you guys have any last minute questions, please ask. Pro Ninja 123. Who was the third president of the United States? The third president of the United States was Thomas Jefferson. Okay, guys, if you guys don't have any last minute questions other than that, I'm going to end off the stream here. So, Josh Allen the GOAT. What is your favorite player not on the Steelers? My favorite player that's not on the Steelers? That's an interesting question. Uh, hmm, hmm. That's an interesting question. I could say Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett, Juju Smith-Schuster. Who else? I mean, there's a lot of great players, but I can't really think. I can't really think of too many off my head right now. Poke Job, what is your favorite president? My favorite president is George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Ronald Reagan, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Josh Allen the GOAT, Trump. Like I said, Josh Allen the GOAT or Reagan. Yeah, mine is George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Ronald Reagan, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So if you guys don't have any more last minute questions for me, I'm gonna end off the stream here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope everybody has enjoyed this Q&A live stream. I hope everybody has enjoyed Q&A live stream 23 by Josh Allen the GOAT. I hope everybody has enjoyed the stream, and I hope Poke Job. Yeah, I'm good. Josh Allen the GOAT. Sorry I came late. It's okay, Josh Allen the GOAT. So once again, thank you for everybody joining, and I thank you for everybody joining. I hope everybody enjoyed this live stream. I hope Poke Job. Bye. I'll come back next week. Bye, Poke Job. I'll see you next time. Bye, Poke Job. I'll see you Saturday. Josh Allen the GOAT. Bye, Josh Allen the GOAT. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope everybody enjoyed this live stream. I hope everybody enjoyed Q&A live stream 23. Please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to turn on all the notifications for all my videos. And please don't forget to come back to my Q&A, gaming, and comic book streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. If you guys can do that for me, that would be appreciated. Bye, Pro Ninja, and bye, Poke Job. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye, Pro Ninja. I'm happy you liked. Bye. Bye, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. I'll see you guys.